96.3 HD3. It's the Midday Cafe, y'all, and we have a special guest in the house today. We have the beautiful Chrisette Michele. How are you?
Hi, I'm wonderful. Thank you. How are you?
We're great. I'm Lil Easy.
I'm the Lyrical Jazz.
Hi, Lyrical Jazz and Lil Easy.
And you know, it's your girl, Kiana.
Hi, Kiana.
Okay, so tell us we know you're here for your Pose and Post. So let us know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I'm hanging out in D.C. today. I'll be at the Hilliard Art Gallery for the Pose and Post Symposium. I invited some of my favorite YouTube vloggers and Instagram faves and MUAs and just the fun it girls of social media's universe to come and have a panel discussion about building your brand and your entrepreneurial ideas with social media.
Okay, and what's some important things that they'll learn tonight?
I mean, there's so many different things. I mean, one thing is really simple. It's consistency. You know, when you have a blog, when you have a vlog, when you have Instagram, being consistent with the style of posting and the amount of posting that you do, and maybe setting up one day a week where you do the same thing to draw people back. But there's so many tips and tricks like that. Yesterday we had a little joke about the link in the bio. You always hear people say, check the link in the bio. You know, because sometimes people don't want to click or rewrite everything you wrote, so you put the link in the bio.
Definitely.
Little tips and tricks like that.
And you are at the Real HU, of course, so you know you're definitely in the right place.
You guys always show me so much love, and I'm really, really grateful. Thank you.
Well,
thank you for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. So far, what has been your best experience of 2015?
2015. I mean, there's been quite a few. Having my own record label be signed to Capitol Caroline Records was kind of a big deal.
Rich Hipster.
Pretty exciting. Yeah, Rich Hipster. And then last year into this year, celebrating the 1-year anniversary of richhipster.biz, my online living room, has been really exciting. Pose and Post. Although the rooms are small, the success of seeing black women come together and celebrate positivity and each other and support each other has been a really, really special thing for me too. So it's been a lot of great moments.
Okay, so Key, you wanted to ask?
Yeah, so when you were first starting out, did you ever see yourself becoming such a big role model?
That was kind of the only reason, you know.
It
was definitely less about music and more about just making sure that I made a difference, you know, that I did something important. Definitely.
That's such an amazing mentality to have, and it's definitely appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, like, what are some words you live by that keep you centered that you know maybe someone else might need? Like, something that you tell yourself to kind of keep yourself in that positive state of mind.
Yeah,
to keep
breathe and be present. Definitely pay attention to your breath, your little actual breath that goes into your nose and comes out of your mouth. I'm paying attention to that all day long, and I'm trying to feel where it's going in my body. And that kind of takes me away from stress. Because if we can remember that we're still breathing, then we can remember that we're still kind of here, if that makes any sense. A lot of times we're so in our thoughts and in our spirit and in our out. But sometimes it's important to remember that we're sitting in a chair behind a microphone with headphones on our heads next to a beautiful person. You notice people's lipstick and their smile. You know, it's really important to be present.
Speaking of being present, I seen on your Instagram that you were in Selma. What was it like? Take me back to that day. What was it like to be present during the same exact time that 50 years ago people lost their lives, so people like me and you could have this platform to speak? What is that like?
First of all, when Barack Obama was elected president, I was sitting next to my father, who was about 68 years old, and it brought me to where he might have been in his heart, to watch my dad experience of black man becoming president of the United States. I saw my dad kind of feel angry. And I think that came from him having to remember where he's been, what he's seen, what he's been through. And so then when he saw the nomination and then the election, it was melancholic. Men paved the way for what we see now. Our fathers paved the way for it. So when I was in Selma, I was with my dad. And it was another one of those moments where I watched him walk over the bridge, photograph things, but he was kind of quiet. And so I became quiet because he's my leader, and so I just, Dad's being quiet, I'm going to be quiet. I want to be where he is. I want to experience what he's experiencing. and so it just it wasn't celebratory. It was what is the word? Sobering.
And what was it like to see President Obama speak? And I mean, I the pictures were powerful to me when I seen him and his whole family with the leaders who marched across that bridge. How iconic. So I can only imagine what you felt, because even just looking at the picture, not being there, you know, it took my breath away. So marching over the bridge, what were the people like? What was the atmosphere like? What? Because I just can only imagine what it was really like.
I mean, we live in America, right? That's the first sentence that comes to my mind. Is we were in America in Selma that day, you know, and it was an American experience, and that's painful to say. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yes.
I was just reminded that I was an American that day, and for me, being African American or whatever that means, being an American on that day just meant that this is what it means to me to be an American. It's not the same as what it means to somebody else. To me, being an American means there was blood in the paper.
Yeah.
That's and you just don't want to think about that. You don't want to go there.
Right.
You want to be free.
Right.
You want to be free. So that was a very sobering,
We already have our 3 colors.
almost uncomfortable day for me, because you have to become responsible when you experience those things. You have to say, "Oh my goodness, I have to give back to my community. Oh my goodness, I have to make sure that we succeed at this. Oh my goodness, we will blow
We already have our 3 winners already.
So, do you think that people in your platform that are African American, it's their responsibility? We talk about this a lot on our show. Is it your responsibility to keep people conscious and aware of the fact that, you know, we have to become aware? Like you said, we have to become conscious and give back to our community. So, do you have, as someone who has a platform to reach millions of people, do you believe it's your role?
Well, with love, I'm going to say one thing. I purposely didn't say we. Because that's the way that I felt that day.
Right.
That's the way that I felt. That was the experience that I had. And I can't speak for anybody else's experience. I can only say what I experienced. By the way, I had a good time.
He's up there killing them.
$700 weave here. Okay?
Right.
Who was with me? I mean, at the end of the day, I was on the same pavement. They paved the way for me to be able to walk in Louis Vuitton.
Right.
That's real.
And so, you know, there's 2 sides to every story. I'm going to express my contribution and my responsibility in a different way than Martin Luther King did.
Definitely. Well, guys, we got more for you coming up, so please keep it locked. Whbc 96.3 HD3.
What's my jam?
Time frame, how much we
What's going on? It's your girl Chrisette Michele, and I'm hanging out at WHBC 96.3 HD3. Peace.